Okay, this is my first attempt at showing off my new computer. So here's the case. It's a custom built computer. Somebody built a gaming computer. This was in the floor, but it doesn't work. I tested it, and they actually didn't say that it was part of the sale. So it was $90 for the computer. It had this keyboard and this mouse and this screen and this case. But it did not have the video card or the SSD. So I cloned this drive onto here, which is only 120 gigabytes. So both of these actually have, this still has everything that it had on it. So it could boot from this, but it's running from this. And there's a little more space on this if I need it, but I probably never will. So I'll just leave it like this, and then I'll take my SSD if I throw the computer away. So this is an i7 2600K CPU. It's a H61H6M2 motherboard, which is a micro ATX minimalistic motherboard, only 2 RAM slots. That's a working 4 gigabytes of RAM that it came with at the $90 price. It's got a 500 watt power supply. And then yesterday I picked up this video card, which is a Radeon 7870 for $35 off of somebody from Craigslist. And I struggled to get it to work, but I eventually got it working. And it's got the HDMI output, and my internet is coming in this wire here. And what I do is I have my laptop, and I have connected my laptop to Wi-Fi, and then I allow it to share the internet connection, and then just plug it into there. So I can't really play massive multiplayer online games here, but I'm not doing that anyways. So then this is a pretty good CPU that you would still count as a mid-range gaming CPU. A low end, it's a entry-level gaming CPU is what it is. And then this video card is pretty good. It's a little bit older, but it's pretty good. It's probably still entry-level, but actually it's pretty good for, you know, what I got here. It's about as good as you're gonna get. I mean, you can put a better one in there. There might be some improvements, but I would have to change other things too, like get a really good internet connection and get a bigger SSD. So considering my small size 120 gigabyte SSD and what sort of limitations that puts on my performance experience, and based on my poor internet connection, so my downloads are already going to be small. I'm talking about games that are no bigger than 2 to 4 gigabytes in total of memory, of storage, you know, that they're not huge. Then I can pretty much, especially at low graphic settings, I can pretty much run, so far, a modern game with moderate requirements. So probably I might try, but I don't think I'll try to run the popular esports titles, but I'm sure it would run those, some of them. Like they got that driving one, and then they got a shooting game. But since I'm not going to play multiplayer online games, and since I'm particularly interested in playing with my controller in space flying games, I'm just going to play titles that I find are interesting, but are not the Elite Dangerous or Hellion of the group. Like Astro Killer is what I'm playing right now, and Star Maid. So actually, for Star Maid, this looks like it might be a pretty good machine.